Hey everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Lord Colin.
and this is Star Wars Conversations. Stop that shit, blast them.
How you doing then, Jay? Whey!
How you doing, Colin? You right?
Yeah, man. Look, I've missed doing this. We missed last week.
Well, no, we've sort of been a week and a half, haven't we? It's just been a few days extra. But,
yeah, I guess, man. It feels like a long time, the old chum.
It feels like light years.
Oh, yeah. It feels like I've been in hibernation.
Have you got hibernation sickness?
I've got hibernation sickness now.
Yeah, that'll be it then.
But I think I went blind for another reason. I'm not sure.
Too much of something else, huh?
Yeah. Too much Star Wars.
Oh, right. Okay, that'll be it.
Yeah. Anyway, my old chum.
Yeah.
You've got an exciting thing to tell us.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, hopefully we'll recap this at the end as well. But just to let all the viewers and listeners know, all those hundreds of them, that we have a competition going on. So the closing date is going to be the 3rd of August. And what the competition is, we want one of our very talented viewers and listeners, to come up with a graphic for our Around the Rim section of the show. So it only has to be about 9 seconds long. The idea I had was something like the Death Star with the letters going around it and then they stop at the front of the screen. But it doesn't have to be that. If you just have something Star Warsy, so that's obviously Star Wars is the theme, and come up
and
with...
Around the Rim is the name.
And Around the Rim is the name. And then come up with a little graphic for us that I can add some music to that lasts about 9 or 10 seconds. That would be amazing. And there's a prize.
Cool prizes as well. Super duper. One of them's a mega exclusive prize.
One of them is mega exclusive.
And one of them is just mega cool.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell you what it is.
So if you get your submissions in, if we get any, you'll win a prize. If we don't, then you won't. So get submissions in and we'll go through them and then we'll announce the winner on the show following the 3rd of August.
Yeah. So exciting times, guys. Mate, I know there's a lot of talented people out there, so I'm sure you can come up with something awesome for us. We're really looking forward to seeing it.
Yes. Right, so that's the competition bit out of the way.
Yeah, well, talking about Around the Rim, let's get into our amazing in-depth coverage special edition of Around the Rim, focusing on D23 and Mickey's Round the Rim.
Right, so
Around the Rim. We do need a new theme tune, but that'll be part of the thing, I guess.
Well, that can be the next competition.
Yeah.
The next competition will be to come up with a really cool new jazzed up theme tune for us.
Well, mind you, our theme tune is awesome because I made it.
It is pretty awesome because you made it. But I think now that we've sort of, we're getting a bit more professional. Well, you made the nice border for us.
Oh yeah,
So
I made a
it's kind of
border.
made us
Yeah,
professional.
I made a
So
border.
we need to sort of like jazz things up a little bit, right?
Yeah, and I think our long-awaited crossover with Trek Yourself is about to come out. I know JK is actually editing the episode at the moment, so that'll be interesting. So you never know, we might get some new people listening and viewing.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Anyway,
Right, so,
back to Round the Rim, old chum. Right, let me tell you what little lovely stories I've got waiting for you around Disney's Rim. Well, let's start with a big one, shall we, chum?
Let's start with the big one.
The behind-the-scenes trailer video-y type thing for The Last Jedi.
So, yeah, it's behind-the-scenes reel, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. That's like a bit of a tradition now. I'm doing that for all the Star Wars films, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that it's a good way of giving us fans some little bits of footage, some little glimpses of what's out there, but without having to put together a trailer.
And
to release a trailer.
Not ruining the story because they're just showing random pictures and effectively images. But it was so dense. There was so much in there, wasn't there?
There really was, yeah. There was loads in there.
I mean, rather than go through the actual video and try and talk over that, we've got a few pictures that we could guide and discuss. Would that be an appropriate way to deal with this, Jay?
I think that sounds like a very appropriate way to deal with it, Colin. Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
Well, look, let's start with the first. Let's get behind the scenes video. So the first little pitch I would like to bring to your attention, Jay, my old chum, is what looks like a car park of cool space things.
It looks like speeders.
Speeders, yeah, that's what I meant to say, not
speeders. Or parked
yeah.
Up. Now, this is actually just behind the scenes for The Last Jedi. It's not any of the Han Solo stuff.
Not Han Solo,
yeah.
No.
So, these, well, obviously we don't know what they relate to, but I'm going to guess that they're to do with Canto Bight, the casino planet, because I expect that you're going to have all people pulling up in their different vehicles and stuff like that.
Are you sure it's not a drive-in?
It could be a drive-in. It could be a drive-in cinema. Still parked up there. The screen's not been put up yet.
Yeah. If this was the Ron Howard directed film, then I'm sure it would be a drive-in, and then Potsy would turn up.
Definitely.
And the Fonz. That would be cool.
But no, these look quite cool. I mean, there's not much to say about them. They look like a bunch of speeders.
Cool.
There's some people standing around. Looks like some crew or whatever.
Yeah. And I guess the great thing about this sort of video is just those candid little shots that you're getting of the actors and the director and my mate Kathy. And so, like, the next little pic I've just sent you is little Luke and what's his face?
Ryan Johnson sitting there in a cave. So
in a little cave.
I guess this is on Achto, and this is going to be, one of Luke's caves where he meditates and trains or whatever.
Yeah, and goes a bit grey.
Yep, but Luke, he's got his white robes on, his white Jedi robes. Yeah,
I reckon that'll be off pretty quick. I reckon we ain't going to see them for long.
Well, we've seen that he's got a new costume already, right?
We have. I forgot to send a picture of that one, actually. Maybe you could flash that up, Jay, with your powerful magic that you have for video-ness.
I will dig it out.
You're a bit like, what's that character that can control videos? What am I thinking of? I don't know, the Matrix or something. I don't know. You're like the Matrix.
Like Neo?
No, you're more like the weird one, the architect. In the crap sequels.
Oh, great.
Anyway.
I think I'm like ILM.
You are like ILM. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure there's...
I like this next picture that we've got.
Of Finn?
This is good, yeah. I like this picture.
What do you think of his funky hair?
Well,
I think it's a bit too funky.
No, I like his new haircut. I think it looks cool. It's like he's got a bit more of maybe it's like a military haircut, which I would have thought he should have had in number 7, actually, being that he was actually a stormtrooper at that time.
Like the way that the clones did in the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah. But also he's got what looks like a pilot's uniform on here. It's yellow and he's got the vest over the top, the white vest with the controls on there. So, that's pretty cool. That interests me. Maybe Finn's going to take a pilot. I didn't know that he could fly because at the beginning of Episode 7,
he obviously couldn't.
Finn if he could fly. So,
I don't think he can fly. I think
he's just getting a co-pilot seat.
Well, I reckon he might, because he hangs around with What's-Her-Face, the new character.
Yeah.
And she is like a tech woman, isn't she? Maybe he's just like refuels the things.
Yeah, maybe he's just like
a technician guy, like a maintenance man.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he is a bit. Well, because he was good at fixing toilets, wasn't he, on the Starkiller base?
Sanitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not keen on the hair. I like his hair in Force Awakens because it was more just classic. There wasn't like a defined style to it, and that's what I quite liked. It wasn't like that. To me, looks too cool, and he's not very cool. That was the one thing about the character I really liked.
Now. I think he's a bit more serious now. Like he wants to get things done.
I think what would have been funny if he tried to have his hair like Poe Dameron because he loves Poe Dameron so much.
But I mean, this is like what I imagined he should have had his hair like as a stormtrooper, as I say, because they're kind of like, they are soldiers, so you'd imagine they'd have to have
soldier hair,
shaved around the sides and all that. And then obviously the rebels or the resistance tend to be a bit more relaxed. Yeah. But I like it, I think.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's nice. Yeah. I mean, it looks nice. You know, from a hairdressing point of view, you know. My next little pick is obviously of the lovely Carrie Fisher.
Picture. Yeah. We get to see her.
Obviously, she's in the video quite a bit, and it has that quite poignant bit at the end of saying it's all about family, the film, and I think they've done that just to get everyone all upset. And they had that lingering shot of Billy, didn't they? Yeah. And I was like, she's not a main character. I don't want to see her face.
Well, apparently, she's going to have a bit of a larger role in this one.
What, a big lunch?
Yeah. They're a nice subway.
Yeah.
But
meatballs.
You've got Carrie Fisher. She looks like she's outdoors in this one. I'm wondering if this.
It looks like a snow planet.
Well, I wonder if it's is it Crate, the one that has the red, the white with the red? It looks
that is a Crate.
There, maybe.
Well, she looks posh anyway in this one, a bit posher than usual. So
I mean, as you said before, the pictures here don't really give much away. All you can really take from it is like a bit of costumes, a bit of the background where she might be, because they look like they're filming her here. You know, who knows what she's doing? But yeah, she looks a bit more senatorial rather than general.
Yeah, it seems to me the good news here seems to be that she's not just going to be stuck in a base the whole time like the last film. Yeah, they might let her out a bit.
Definitely.
And then my next picture is a cool close-up of Luke with his green things on his hand.
Yeah, this is cool because obviously this is Rey handing Luke's lightsaber to him. So I guess this is right at the beginning of the movie. She's still got the bandages on her arms, like in the uniform she's wearing at the end of Episode 7. So quite cool to have him reuniting with his dad's lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
But also I like that they've got the green on his fingers to do the robotic hand, which is pretty cool.
Did you see that picture? This isn't in the video, but I saw a picture of potentially Rey, what her new lightsaber might look like, and it was on the end of a staff. And I think the concept drawing was that I think this is more of a fan idea rather than anything that's concrete from the film. But they were going, we reckon she's going to make her own lightsaber in this, and she could stick it on the end of a staff because she's good at twirling the old staff.
Well, here's the thing, because Pablo had said that
Pablo, hell no.
Yes. That the story group refer to this lightsaber now as Rey's lightsaber.
So that's a load of bollocks then.
As part of her training, you would expect that she'd have to make her own lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that goes with that, which is the most important thing of all, is toy sales. So
let's have a new lightsaber then.
Of course, right? She's going to make her own lightsaber because they can sell it. I always thought that she would have the lightsaber on the staff. I thought it was going to be a new type of lightsaber because if you look at the staff, it looks like the end is a lightsaber hilt. And that would be quite a cool thing to put into this. You know,
something
her
different.
Staff could actually already be a lightsaber. She doesn't have a kyber crystal or anything, and she just was unaware.
Oh, that's a good shout.
So that would be quite cool, and it would be good to. We haven't seen a staff lightsaber in any of the movies.
We haven't.
So it would be quite cool to see her doing some stick fighting. We know she can use that, and then it's got a blade on the end. Would be pretty cool.
The closest we've got is like those electric things that they use to fight lightsabers. Yeah. But I guess the other thing is because she's not actually going to be a Jedi because of all this grey Jedi bollocks. She might not have to make a lightsaber anyway. Because Luke might go, that's what the old kit schools used to do, man. I'm going to come up with something really cool.
She might not have to, but I always have to go back to toy sales.
I think you're right there, my old chum.
We want to make as much money out of this as we can, and a new lightsaber would help with that.
Next pick is Kylo Ren. Really cool. Looking Darth Vader-y.
Looks very Darth Vader-y. He's obviously got another helmet, which is the same helmet.
Yeah, because there's also a shot with a load of helmets, isn't there?
Yeah.
Later in the video.
Yeah.
Do you think they're just props, or do you think they are like something to do with the actual film story? So like he's got more than one helmet, or do you reckon they are literally just like, here are all the old helmets that we've got from what he's made?
Well, before you said that, I thought it's just props, but then it might just be. You might just see him pick.
He might have a helmet cupboard.
Yeah, he might pick a helmet up, and then you're like, okay, he has more than one.
because I can't imagine he would have found the helmet from Force Awakens. That fell down that big hole.
Got destroyed. Yeah, the whole
didn't it just fall down the hole, didn't it? And then Starkiller blew up. So
yeah.
So I'm assuming it's not the same helmet.
But other than that, this is quite cool because we did hear that he was going to get a more Vaderish type of clothes.
He looks cool.
And he has, and it does. It looks really cool. So he's got his neat uniform underneath, the cummerbund and everything. And then this cape draped over his shoulders. He is starting to look more and more Darth Vaderish. Although they did also mention that he's going to wear his helmet a lot less in this movie.
Yeah, it's not surprising, is it?
No, but I always think he looks better with it.
So do I. Yeah. I don't want to see his big gormless face. He's got a gormo face. Oh, big head. Anyway,
but I mean, the way they've designed it, the character looks so cool like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to just see Guy. I want to see.
If it works for Phasma, it works for Kylo. Keep your helmet on.
Yeah.
Talking about big heads, there's this horse thing, whatever it is, this funny alien thing. In my next picture. It's like a cross between a rabbit and a camel.
Well, we've seen this before because we had.
This is where we had the jockeys.
Yes, and we saw the picture. I think it had Finn riding on one.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing these are going to be wherever.
I don't like that.
And they said that Finn and Rey end up in Canto Bight at the casino. So I guess this is around there because obviously they have the horse racing and all that stuff.
I do like this crystal dog thing though.
Do you?
Yeah. It's like something out of what's that?
Never-ending Story or something like that.
Or the Box of Delights or something.
Yeah, this
or Narnia.
Like, this looks like it should have LEDs in it, and it's going to just change colour.
Yeah, I like it. It looks like an ornament. No, I do get that.
Yeah.
All right. Rey running.
It's a picture we've seen. Well, we've seen this
in the
couple of times
as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She's running. But I'm so excited.
I guess
this
doing cool stuff. Like part of her training. We said that before. You know what I love though is that the props that they have for the lightsabers nowadays
look like proper lightsabers.
Because they used to just be a metal stick, didn't they? And now it actually looks like she's holding a proper lightsaber there.
It does. It does look wicked. Next pick I got for you, chum, is another shot of Kylo's scar.
Yeah, so
I think that looks wicked now.
It does look good. It's really long as well. It goes all the way down into his neck. I didn't realise that when we saw the end of episode 7. I know they've moved it over. It was going across the middle, so now it's just going over his eye.
Down his face.
But I kind of thought it just came down to about here on his cheek, but it actually goes all the way down. So it's a proper cut there. Yeah, that looks cool.
Does look good, man. Looks
obviously
good.
Talking to someone there. It could either be Hux or Snoke, maybe.
Yeah. And then this next picture, I love this. It looks like the animated Batmobile from the animated series. It looks wicked.
It's a speeder. You can see the guy that's inside there. So this is going to be on Canto Bight.
This is cool. Yeah, very Art Deco, man. That's wicked. I love that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I want one of them.
And you will have one of those, Colin. If you save up, you will have one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can buy one.
Can I buy one?
Maybe.
I don't know about the UK road tax. I don't know what that'd be on there. What's the emissions like?
I think that it's quite eco-friendly.
Oh, is it a hybrid? Does it take a bit of electric?
I believe it is a hybrid. Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
So you should be all right. Low tax.
I have to check. I have to check my tax. See what happens there. Next picture, me old chum.
The next one's very cool.
It is exciting because I'm guessing she's going to get multiply attacked, which means Knights of Ren.
That is the current rumour, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I posted something the other day, yesterday in fact, which was concept art for the Knights of Ren. There's an unseen concept art, and one of them's female. Obviously, you can see here.
And they are the zombie bodies of the Rogue One crew, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are actually zombies.
So there's one here who's a woman, so you can see that. But yeah, it looks quite cool. You know, they're all coming at Rey there. She's blocking their hit all at the same time, so we know she's going to become more of a badass with fighting.
That looks
And,
cool. It looks cool. And she looks like she's enjoying it as well.
Yeah.
He said. This next alien is weird. Don't like her.
You don't?
No, she reminds me of the Bald Queen, the way her skin is.
I think she looks quite cool. I mean, we saw that there's going to be a whole bunch of different aliens that we'll see at the casino on Canto Bight. So this is just one of them, with one of the special effects guys.
Now,
the next picture is also another alien.
This next fella, I ain't keen on at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
He looks well too cute.
Yeah.
So is he one of these little things that are going to be on the island?
Possibly.
Or is this...
He's got a little bird look to him, hasn't he? So
yes.
Probably one of the little bird characters that's going to be there with Luke.
He looks annoying. I hope he's not got a big part in this film.
Yeah, me too. I don't really need too much cuteness and stuff like that.
And then classic Star Wars trope of dressing up as an Imperial and trying to go somewhere from Finn and Short Ass. Whatever. So what's her name? Short Round?
Rose.
Rose.
Short Round. So we heard that these two are going to go on to a mission where they infiltrate the First Order. Luckily, there's no...
Maybe that's why he's had the haircut.
Yeah, as a disguise. But luckily, there's no stormtroopers or anyone that knew Finn.
Yeah, because they all blew up on the Starkiller, to be fair.
That's true. And Phasma obviously isn't here because, she knows him very well. So, yeah, he was a good choice to send in that kind of disguise.
Yeah, But no, to be fair, he is probably the only one that knows how the First Order bases work.
That's true.
Maybe.
True.
I reckon that's just...
But yeah, they look kind of cool. It's the new officer uniform for the First Order. We saw the blue ones in episode 7, and we saw guys in black. I don't think we've seen the grey ones yet, though.
No.
That looks quite cool.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks a bit blending into the background. Never mind. So this next one, I got excited, but I don't know if it is. Is this Ray and Adam Driver training, or is this a stunt coordinator training Ray?
I think it's a stunt coordinator.
Oh, right. Because I got a bit excited. I was thinking, they look like they're doing something together, and that would imply that there was a joining up of Ray and Kylo towards the end. But
this could be what you were mentioning before, because if you look at the staff that she's holding,
yeah, exactly,
it's her black staff. So maybe it does get a lightsaber blade on the end of it, or maybe she just does some stick fighting at some point for no real reason. Or maybe she's doing a Civil War reenactment. It does look like that. It's a musket.
And then there's a thing of them two dancing, but you do get to see her new costume quite well in that.
Her new costume, I think this looks really cool, this costume. I like it.
Well, it's like the other one, but different colour.
Yeah, but I think that the colours look good.
They do look good. I don't know about what Finn's wearing, though.
I think the trousers are his first order.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
The trousers and the boots. And I heard that this dance scene is actually in episode 8.
If it is, that's not a good move.
Can you imagine they just start dancing right just in the middle of the movie?
That'd be good, wouldn't it? That would be fun. And then I just thought we'd end with a super cool shot of Ray.
Yeah. This one
wicked.
Probably the whole out of the whole thing, this is one that got me the most excited. Because she looks seriously cool.
She does.
With the cloak and the hood
and the
lightsaber there. Yeah, that's a really cool picture. It could be part of her training that you just see her like using the lightsaber, or it could be like a good scene here where she has a fight with someone. I hope that she has a fight with someone with the hood on and everything, like full on
proper
Jedi style. Yeah, I like that. That's very cool.
So all in all, a good little vid.
Yeah, and there was some other bits that were there where you saw like scenes of Achto, you saw like the rocks, you saw like the houses that Luke was staying in, you saw the steps going all the way up to the top.
Red sand.
You saw the red sand on Crate. You saw
BB-8.
Some shots,
you saw a thing come out of his pod thing that was been regenerating. And
there was some good shots of like Poe's X-wing and a couple of A-wings and stuff like that. You saw Leia around the big the table, where they're coordinating the space battles and stuff.
But I'm guessing our wonderful listeners and viewers probably have watched it, so we probably don't need to go too much.
The other thing that we didn't mention, there was you saw the stormtroopers, the new executioner style stormtroopers with the they have like an axe type of weapon.
Oh,
and
yeah,
got the
yeah.
black shoulder and then like half of a black helmet. You got some shots of those, and there's a whole bunch of good stuff in this video. Really, there's so much to take in. You could keep watching it. I mean, there's the bits where you saw Rey diving into the water.
Yeah.
And she's stuck on a pulley system, and you see some bits under the water and stuff. A couple of other aliens. So you could just keep going through this and spot more and more stuff as you go.
It's worth a rewatch.
It really is.
Did you watch Mr. Sunday Movies coverage of it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's so fun. He comes up with he talks about two theories in it. One is about C-3PO and the fact that he thinks that Vader's put some kind of tracker thing in.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, and so basically,
Vader.
Yeah, so basically, it's C-3PO's fault everything that goes wrong because basically he's got some kind of location thing in him and he's accidentally spying on
see through his eyes.
Yeah, and then there's also the bigger Luke theory.
Oh yeah. Okay, I have seen that one. Yeah,
where there's a clone of Luke who's slightly bigger, and they're both in the whole of the original trilogy. We just don't see them together.
Yeah.
And so one shot is bigger Luke, one
and
shot
Luke
is one.
actually killed him in Empire Strikes Back at the
Yeah,
time.
that's it. Yeah, it was him dressed as Vader. Anyway, I thought that was quite interesting. So shout out.
Yeah,
to
I
that.
did too.
Cool. All right, that's enough on the old video, me old chum.
Cool.
What other nuggets came out of D23? Let's have a little look at my
Lots
lovely
of nuggets
list.
have come out of D23.
It was a nugget fest. More nuggets than McDonald's. What about Kylo Ren's TIE silencer?
What about it? Did you like it?
Yeah.
So this was actually the Star Wars show put up a picture of Kylo Ren's TIE silencer, which is on screen now. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Yeah,
it looked like a TIE
Advanced crossed with a TIE Interceptor.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's
Why do you think it's called a silencer for?
Because it's probably quiet. It's like a stealth TIE fighter.
Oh. I thought it was because he goes in and wipes everyone out and says, "Oi, you're now silent."
I reckon it's just the stealthy one, so it won't have the noise as it flies in.
Well, I don't want it then, because that's the best thing about TIE fighters.
That is a damn cool thing about TIE fighters. But yeah, that's just my guess. But
it must
cool.
still
It gives
have a
you
twin ion engine to make that noise, surely.
That's true. And it does give you a bit of info on the picture. It just tells you the size of it.
Check out the size of that thing.
Exactly. So it's almost 4 meters high, almost 8 meters wide, and it's 17 meters deep.
Cool, that's just like dusting womp rats.
In your T16 back home.
Yeah, of course it is. Right. Okay, well, that's great news.
Yeah, great.
We've also had some news from Richie Cunningham.
We have, yeah. Oh, this is quite cool. So, Ron Howard's just been giving some little teases from behind the scenes on the Han Solo movie.
He's so good with the social media. He's just such a cool kid.
Yeah. There's actually one picture here which has hyperspace. He put out a thing going, hyperspace is real. And he's sitting there filming in front of a screen that's got the light speed lines going down it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the main thing was that he teased some pictures of Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, in a yellow little number.
Well, before that, he just put out a picture of some clothes in a wardrobe, and he was like, it said, care to guess whose closet this is? And there's all these different capes. So there's a blue one with some gold on it and a black collar.
Was anyone in the closet?
Well, someone was hiding in the closet. But yeah, it looks like Lando's closet, basically. There's a whole bunch of different costumes.
Wow.
All in garish, bright colours.
What have we here?
Hello, what have we here? And then you get to see, there's 2 pictures that he posted of Donald Glover. He's in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, as far as I can tell, and he's wearing yellow, like with a sort of...
It reminded me of
down
Luke's
front
winning the award jacket.
But I think this looks like a shirt that he's wearing. And so you see one where he's like looking down at obviously at the controls, and then there was an update and he released another one, and it was actually Lando piloting. So he's sitting in the pilot seat and he's doing the controls, which is quite cool. Yeah, like he looks good. The pictures aren't the clearest because they're just a photo of the screen that he's looking at while filming on the camera. But yeah, he looks cool. The shots look cool. He's inside the Falcon, which is good. And what more is there to say? He looks like Lando.
He looks like Lando.
Yeah.
Hell no, Lando. Just while we're talking about hyperspace things, did you like? I was looking on Instagram stories while the old D23 film's going on, and there was this cringe thing going on the. I don't know whose feed it was, but it was from D23 and they were doing it for the Avengers and they were also doing it for Star Wars. They obviously had some kind of Mickey Mouse shaped background, and they were getting different actors to stand in front of it and do some kind of little dance.
I didn't see that. No.
Oh my god, I want to puke. I want to rip my eyes out. It was so cringe. Like
Is this the thing where they've made Princess Leia an official Disney princess?
No, well, no, I don't think so. This is just generally just like some, like some promo thing they would. It's just so. I was like, these people do not want to be doing this. It was. I don't know. Maybe they were excited to do it, but to me, that was cringe.
Well, I think they've made her an official Disney princess now.
Well, that's good. Well, she's a princess.
She is.
She's from Disney.
Yeah. Speaking of Disney, and before we go on to the next topic, there was something I didn't put on here that is worth mentioning, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this as well.
Say what?
The new Disneyland and Disney World.
Oh, you didn't put this on here.
I know, I forgot to put it on, but there's going to be a Star Wars themed hotel.
Yay!
Right? No, but this is actually quite cool because
Yay!
they decided to make the Disney Star Wars area, which
World.
I can't remember, it's called Edge of the Galaxy, Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars.
They should call it Galaxy's Rim.
Should have. And basically, when you stay at the hotel, it's going to look and feel like you're on a spaceship, right? Because all the windows will only show space from outside, so you can't look out, you just see space, there's going to be screens. But every person that stays there is going to be given a character and a mission. And so everyone will live a Star Wars experience.
Like Secret Cinema?
Kind of like that, yeah, but for the whole time you stay there. So you'll just be given like a Star Wars
When are we going, Jay? Me and you?
I want to go. I want to go so much.
Do they do bunk beds?
They must do. If we were
That'd be like
they
being
do.
on a spaceship.
In fact, on one of the pictures, there are bunk beds.
Are you top bunk or bottom bunk, Jay?
Top bunk, dude.
Oh.
But it just looks so much fun. It's like they want anyone that stays there to have a full-on Star Wars experience and feel like they are in Star Wars. I mean, come on, that's going to be amazing. Obviously, it's not going to be open for quite a while, but I think it's opening in 2019.
Do you think there might be a bit of a queue to get in?
I think that it's going to be very, very difficult to get in. I think for a long, long time there's going to be a waiting list.
To be fair, by then we will be kings of all Star Wars media, so we'll probably get straight in VIPs.
I would be very surprised if we aren't invited. I would be very, very surprised if we aren't
especially
invited.
after this coverage.
I know. We've just given them some great coverage right here.
Yeah, amazing coverage.
And if your friend Kathleen is not...
Oh, Kathy?
Yeah, she's not, going to sort
Pablo,
out.
hell no.
I would have a word, mate. I would have a word.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind having bunk beds with what's her face from Star Wars show.
Oh yeah,
Andy.
The girl you're in love with, Andy Gaultieres or whatever her name is. Yeah. You want me to play that damn music again, don't you?
Anyway, let's do another story.
Okay,
We've got so many just shooting out of our round the rim of D23 coverage.
I know, we're going on for ages so far.
I know, man. We are like, well, so ears are bleeding because so much amazing news hitting them.
There was
not at all about a week
Ron
late.
Howard bit, wasn't there?
Pardon?
There was more to the Ron Howard bit, wasn't there?
Yes, because he put another little thingy out, didn't he?
Mm.
And this is more exciting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is about Chewie's wife, isn't it?
Yeah. So
and Lumpy! Lumpy!
He put out a picture. First it was Chewie standing there with some of the camera guys watching back some shots. And then everyone's looked at this little shot and it's like, hey, hold on a minute. This looks like two Wookiees hugging.
Wookiees in love.
Supposedly it's Marla, Chewbacca's wife, who was originally in the Star Wars Holiday Special.
And that means Lumpy might be there.
The special is not canon. However, she's since been mentioned in a couple of the Star Wars novels. She was in The Princess, the Smuggler, and the Farm Boy, and then she was also mentioned in Life Debt. So, obviously now Chewie's wife is canon.
And that means Lumpy is,
which,
maybe.
I don't know, man. Like, so, according to Han Solo, she had hair resembling silk. Yeah, I'll put the picture up, dude. During the Civil War, pitted against the Empire, blah, 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 Chewie was travelling with Solo away from Marla and the rest of his family.
Because don't they mention them in the Aftermath books? I'm sure they do.
Yeah, in Life Debt.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what you just said. Oh.
So it says, Chewie's travelling away from his wife and the rest of his family.
Lumpy.
And he's re-established, after the end of the Empire, he re-established connections with them all. I know.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there's a clip when they're watching the telly and they're watching that stupid circus thing that they're watching them?
No, that would not be amazing. That would really suck.
It'd be a good little Easter egg.
I'm sure there will be some kind of Easter egg in there. I'm sure they will put something in there. I'd be surprised if they don't.
And they might show the bird from Golden Girls or something.
Well, she's dead, isn't she?
Yeah, no. Yeah, but everyone's dead, aren't they? They're always in these films.
They just put her on TV doing a cookery show.
Like when they had Bill Paxman. Not Bill Paxman. What's his name? I just went off on a weird one there. Let's not go down that road where my brain was taking us. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Even though it does look a bit Planet of the Apes.
Well, we've seen Kashyyyk before. Maybe that means that in Han Solo we're going to be visiting Kashyyyk again.
Which is not a bad thing.
Yes, we will be. This
will probably
be where you see him leaving his family. And yeah, as I said...
On Life Day.
Wookiees live for a long time. Yeah, on Life Day. Wookiees live for a long time, so I guess that the period of time that he's away during the Galactic Civil War, in the grand scheme of their life, is nothing. Yeah, because I was going to say it's like he's been away for ages, but it's not really that long. And
it's like going away for a week.
He goes back, so yeah, it's not that bad.
It's like popping down to Cornwall for a week.
I think that she'll have a minimal role.
Oh, so she's only going to get a small lunch.
Yeah, yeah, she only gets a small sub. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. A half a foot long. What are they called? A half long? What are they called?
A 6-inch.
A 6-inch.
Chewie's going to give her.
I'm metric man. I don't know about bloody inches. Right. So, what about Battlefront 2, man?
Yeah. So they released a video of the single-player footage from Battlefront 2.
I've always been a fan of the dark side. The idea of the Imperial perspective is you never really understand who they are as people, right? How the organization works. How can we distill that and how can we make a story around that?
The story of Battlefront 2 is absolutely an essential story.
What happened after Return of the Jedi? What happened to the galaxy? What happened to the Empire without an emperor?
What it might feel like to be in this galaxy as it starts to break apart.
What's really exciting about this story is that we're going to see it from the point of view of a character like Iden. So we're going to see it from this Imperial point of view.
Inferno Squad is a Black Ops team that most people don't even know exist.
We weren't expecting special forces.
We happen to be on Endor when the second Death Star explodes.
Iden is presented with an extreme challenge, the destruction of the Death Star 2 and the death of the Emperor.
What sort of choices would somebody in that situation have to make about who they are and what the galaxy was going to become?
And it's interesting, does that mean, now that the Empire's fallen, that they're the underdogs?
Iden is a tried and true Imperial. She's somebody who grew up on a planet called Vardos.
She was very quickly put into a military camp for children.
She has spent her whole life building up to this moment to be commander of Inferno Squad.
Moff Raiders informed the Admiral that Operation Cinder could proceed as planned.
Hask is the most zealous of them all, I would say. He's the most interested and invested in how far the Empire is willing to go.
He was an orphan, so he needed something to latch onto. Empire is peace and justice and order.
Even when people are faltering around him, he pushes forward and says, no, the Empire is the way.
I'm picking up distress calls, too many to count.
Del has seen more of the galaxy than most people in the Empire. He actually grew up on Coruscant during the time of the Jedi.
He brings a lot of humor.
Him and Iden have a bit of a banter, have a bit of a laugh.
Family is a really important element in Star Wars, and one of the things that we wanted to make sure we captured is the dynamic between Garrick Versio and his daughter Iden Versio.
This is the catalyst for Iden, where she learns the future of the Empire, and she's elevated to a point by her father.
Your next assignments, they are unusual.
She's my daughter. She's all I have. I do need for her to understand why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Everything in Star Wars is connected, and part of our job is to make sure that the games we're making do connect back into that larger universe.
But we're now able to use this game and Battlefront 2 as a resource to take this information into future development projects.
Hope cannot save them!
I think all those gamers out there are gonna just love it.
This is the culmination of all the things that are good in the world. Video games, Star Wars, and a team of people that are willing to take the time to do the work.
We have to take risks, we have to be bold, we have to push everyone's boundaries, and leave a good footprint behind.
Yeah, like a bit of a behind the scenes explaining how they developed it.
Where we got to see Paul Blackthorne, which made me very happy.
Yeah, he's a Dresden Files man.
And
and something,
and
Arrow or something.
Arrow as well, yeah.
But Dresden Files, because I love that.
And
he had a stick thing, didn't he? He had a hockey stick as a wand in Dresden Files.
Oh, right. Sure. But in this video, it's funny because, as I said to you before, I wasn't that interested in Battlefront 2.
But now you are.
After hearing the main lady that's in the game talk about it, it got me more interested. And this one-player footage really does look pretty cool, man.
It looks wicked.
It does look like what I wanted, where you could be, running around, shooting people, jump in a ship, take off into space.
Yeah, because they talk about that, don't they? You can actually do that, definitely.
And there was a bit right at the end that I really liked, with the dude in the red cloak.
Yeah.
And then the Emperor's face appears on his
shiny helmet.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I'm very interested to find out more about that.
Reflections of Chewie, I call that shot.
So yeah, this could be quite cool. I mean, there could be a really interesting story here. And I do like how the developer talked about, seeing things from an Imperial point of view. My only thing is, I hope...
A certain point of view?
Yeah. I hope that she doesn't, as the story goes on, become a rebel.
She's not going to. It's all about how it's her view and what it's like to be on the losing side.
That's what they've said. It's just because there was a couple of bits in that footage where she looked like she was starting to question it a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, come on now, don't do that."
Nah, she won't. She won't.
But yeah,
and because also you see some good shots of her home world, and all so that's again a new thing, and that's a planet that was under the Empire rule, but not hostile, taken over. It was actually seemed to be quite prosperous and enjoying being part of the Empire and stuff, which is again another view that we don't normally see.
And then her dad is an admiral, right?
He is an admiral. Yeah, so, she's got to live up to him. He's a hard-hitting admiral, man.
So that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, come on, she's special forces, man. Like, she's a badass.
Because no one knows about that special force either. You
that's
know,
right.
Unknown to the rest of the Empire. So, yeah. Oh my God, that game looks wicked, man.
When does it come out?
November.
November. Okay.
But the book comes out this month, I think, at the end of the month. So, and that's all her story and everything.
That should give me just about enough time
to read it by then. How are you doing on Thrawn, by the way? What chapter are you on?
I'm right near the end.
Are you?
Near the end. Yeah.
Are you still listening to a chapter a day? Or?
Well, I just listen to it when I'm driving to work. So, I mean, it depends on how long. Like, if there's not much traffic, it takes me 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And if there is traffic, it can take me up to 40 minutes. So just depending on what happens on that day. And now all the kids have broken up for holidays. I'm going to literally leave my house. 5 minutes later, be at work. Stop it again.
Oh.
So this like on the audio bit, there's like that much left, but it's going to last for ages. So it's funny because I was really enjoying it. And then
what's changed, Jane?
It just started to get into whole. There's a lot of stuff in there that I didn't feel I really needed to be listening to. Just like they really go in depth into like the battles and stuff. You know, like with them coordinating the battles and what's going on and stuff like that. And it's like they could have probably skipped over some of that and shortened it. Like, you know, could have just said, "Oh, this is going on and this happens."
They could have done, but I think the whole point of that was to really emphasise what a strategist is and.
Yeah, no,
why he's such a badass.
It seems to linger on a little bit with some of that stuff.
I'm looking forward to you finishing it because I quite like to talk about the end. So
okay.
hurry up and bloody listen to it.
There's something near the end that I found quite interesting.
Why don't you just go for a long dump on tomorrow, on Sunday, and listen to it?
Then listen to the rest of it.
Just lock the door and hope they don't have blasters.
Okay, I might do that.
Just have a little me time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next thing I'd like to talk to you about my old friend, my old chum, my comrade in arms, Colin Trevorrow. There's been a little. What's his name?
Trevorrow.
Trevorrow. That's what I said, didn't I?
You said Trevorrow.
Well, it's almost right. People are getting a little bit concerned about him, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just because he's got a movie out called The Book of Henry, and it's not getting great reviews or anything. So people are starting to go, "Oh, is this the right guy for Star Wars?" But you know, every director has a movie that's not great or doesn't do so well. You know, it's like you can't like catch lightning in a bottle every time. You know.
Yeah.
And they've obviously picked him for a reason. They must have liked his vision and what his ideas were. Obviously, it's not on Star Wars. It's not just the director who has say on everything that happens.
No, obviously not. Right? As the Han Solo chaps found out.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so, you know, I mean, when they talked to him, because he decided to address this, and you know, he kind of said, "I grew up on these stories like all of us did. You know, I like the values of Star Wars, all the stuff that everyone always says, you know." But I thought he did all right with Jurassic World. You know, I didn't like the old Jurassic World.
I like Jurassic World,
but I quite enjoyed Jurassic World. So,
but it wasn't that. Yeah, I liked it. It was good fun.
It wasn't amazing,
but it's not a film I'd ever probably watch again. And it wasn't like there wasn't anything. There wasn't. Yeah, if you're bored, you flick it on. But I wouldn't, consciously go, tonight I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Jurassic World.
But, I mean, I've never been a big fan of Jurassic Park anyway, so I wouldn't do that.
Me neither.
Exactly.
But the other thing, though, is, what I'm saying is there was nothing memorable about it either. It wasn't like, oh, that director, he did that bit in that film. You know what I mean? And I think two bits I took... the reason I want to talk about the story was there's two things from it. One is I think there's a massive risk about them going with all these really unknown new directors, because I think it's already started... Possibly, like we've had massive reshoots in 2 of the films so far with new untested directors, and I'm just wondering whether it's just a bit too much for some of them. And then there's the other element of, is he cacking his pants because of what happened with the Han Solo boys? You know what I mean? And if I was in that position and I am a new cool director, I would probably be having second thoughts about going into... I mean, well, no, I wouldn't, because I bloody love Star Wars and I'll do it for free and I want to do a Star Wars film. But if I was him, I was one of these arty-farty directors, I'd probably be thinking, I'm not sure if I want to go into this now. Do you know what I mean? What do you think?
Well, I don't think that he's...
I mean, he did say he loves Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think he's too...
I love Star Wars, give me the bloody film.
I think it'd be a lot of pressure for anyone. And yeah, we've had a few things with directors. Because before that, there's a whole thing with what's his name, Trank.
It's a kerfuffle, wasn't it? Because they got rid of him because they were worried about Fantastic Four being so pants.
Yeah, I just think I think you're right in one way about it would be quite good for Star Wars to get some big, more established directors involved. But I'm not really that worried about this guy, to be honest. I think that he'll do all right.
I think it's a control thing, though.
He's another good person they've got, and I think he's going to do a good job with it.
He was good. Yeah, I like him.
And I wasn't a big fan of Looper. And I haven't seen Brick. But apparently, a lot of people really liked Looper. I did like some of the stuff he did in there. I just didn't overall love it.
It's not a film I've watched again, I must admit.
Yeah. But again, so that's the same thing then. See, so that was one of his big movies.
But I like his approach. He won me over.
But Colin Trevorrow hasn't really had a chance to do that yet, because you only really started to get to know more about Rian Johnson once episode.
When he was super cool at Celebration, he went and did all that stuff for the people.
Yeah, but that was during his time.
That was his time.
Yeah.
This is our time,
We haven't got to
Goonies.
episode 9 yet. You know what I mean? We haven't given Trevorrow that chance. And
this is our time.
I think he'll do all right. I'm not really worried about that. But
it
would be quite cool, to see, everyone wants Spielberg to do the Star Wars movie. And I do think that would be fucking cool, to get him on there.
All I'm saying, Jay, is it's not too late to ask us to do it.
I thought they'd already asked us to do one of the spin-offs.
Well, it's not been announced yet.
Oh, was that a spoiler?
Yeah, San Diego, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just thought I'd raise it, Jay. Just thought I'd raise it. I just put it out there.
No, that's good.
And I'd be interested to hear what our viewers and listeners think.
Well, they should leave us comments, shouldn't they?
Why don't they leave us a comment? They could go on our Facebook group, tell us what they think about the whole thing. They could tweet us. There's so many ways to join the conversation, Jay.
Well, you know what?
I just don't know.
I think that we've kind of covered all of the stories for today.
I think we have. That's why I'm talking about all the ways that they can talk to us, because I'm gradually transitioning us to stop recording because I've got stuff to do.
Well, why don't we tell them about first the Taylor network of podcasts?
Oh yeah, let's, because that is probably the most wonderful thing you could find if you're looking for podcast gold, because it's just a hub of amazing podcasts on all the cool, geeky, cool stuff that you would want to talk about. I mean, they got things about comics, they got things about Star Wars, they got things about Star Trek, they've got it all about general pop culture and great discussions going on, all the latest TV stuff. So double page spread, nothing's on, culture trapping, no apologies, Gotham by Geek, Go Trek Yourself, Star Wars Conversations, which is the best one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
And then loads of other great ones. Magnum. I mean, if you love Magnum, there's a podcast on there for you.
Who doesn't like Magnum?
Yeah. I'm sure there are not many people that don't. So, yeah. I would definitely check that out. You can check that out on iTunes. You can check that out on Stitcher. You can check it out on their Facebook page. You can check it out on their website. They've got a Twitter. Oh, my God. The amount of news they post as well. If you just want to keep up to date with the latest news of all the comic news and TV stuff and all that, it's all there, man.
So much.
So much. So much.
Well, and the other places they can find us are on our Facebook group. We're all
Star Wars Conversations, yeah.
You know, we have this lovely YouTube video that you might be watching now, and underneath there, you could leave us a comment, join the conversation.
You can, man.
Even more, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Then you'll get notified whenever we do a new show. Especially
that would be brilliant. Why don't people should do that? People should just do that now.
That's what they should do right now. Do it now.
The other thing they can do, because we've also got our own podcast feed, they can subscribe to that.
Mm-hmm.
They can leave reviews. Mm-hmm. You know, they can do all of those things.
They could actually contact you personally on Twitter.
At Captain Colin.
And they could get me on Twitter too, at EagleEye1933.
And they can just generally tweet us at Star Wars Convo or use a hashtag Star Wars Convo, and they'll probably find us anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, because we're always on there.
Oh, God. I'm well, you're bloody the architect, and I'm bloody Neo, probably. I don't know.
Oh, you get to be Neo. Right,
Well, look at me. I'm obviously the coolest one.
You are much like him.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
There's one other thing. Before we go, though, we should remind everyone about the competition we're running at the moment.
Let's not forget that competition.
Yeah, so we'll just quickly recap it. We just need one of our lovely viewers to create an intro for the
Round the Ring segment
section, Around the Rim, about 9 to 10 seconds long, little animation, Star Wars related, and the closing date is the 3rd of August. We will announce the winner on the show following that, and there will be a prize for the winner.
A very good prize.
A very good prize, or quite nice.
Exclusive prize.
It is partly exclusive, that's true. No one else will have it.
Well, I'll have it.
Yeah, I might have one as well.
Yeah.
But no one else.
No one else, until we do another competition.
But then we'll do something different.
Would we?
Yeah, you got to keep it fresh, man. We'll do different stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got some
okay.
ideas.
Well, that's it for Star Wars Conversations.
Mm-hmm. And
have a lovely week, everyone. Yeah. I'm just going to say, punch it Chewie.
And I'm going to say, may the Force be with you. Bye.
Bye.